Now, I've been doing symbols, and where do you get those symbols? Is I'm going to go up here to the insert menu, okay, and where you get the symbols is you come over here and there's all kinds of things. You can use 3D models, all that stuff, but we're just using icons. So I'm going to actually be able to search, and I want to type in brain. And I come up with all these pictures of brains or of symbols of brains and whatever. So maybe I want to use this. Let's see. So, you know what? This gives me an idea. So say I put this in here and I'm going to insert it. It's going to come up in a box like this. I want it to be white, but you don't see that same thing. You see this instead. So I'm going to come down here, make it white so I can see it. And I think this makes me want to just change my whole thing. So I'm going to come and move this over here. I'm going to move this over to here. And move this up here and make it smaller. So you can arrange all these things at any point in time. And then that makes me have to move this over here, move this over here, and move this over here like that. That way I can drag this over to here, drag this down here, and for this, if I hold the shift key and drag it, I can just pop that up like that. So now I have a nicer arrangement. And there it is. So now what do you do to animate? Okay, so I'm going to click on my first word and go back over to the top, and I'm going to click animations. And we're going to come over here, and you'll see that these icons are still here. So we're going to come over to the top, go to animations, and I can't see anything until I actually apply something, and you can test it first. So what I want this to do is kind of fly in from the left. So I'm going to click fly in. That's from the bottom. I want it to go over here. Now you look over here and this pops up. I'm going to go from the left, and I don't want it to dim out. I want it to stay up there. I'm going to do a smooth start and a smooth end. And I want it to happen after the previous. It's going to happen after the slide pops up. And I want it to last very fast. You've got all these choices. I want it to last for just very, very fast, 0.5 seconds, and no delay. I want it to come up immediately because we're going to make a movie out of this. And I don't want any repeat, no triggers or text. Let's just play that to see what it looks like. So I'm going to play it. There you go. Comes right in. Looks good. And then I am going to now be satisfied with that. So I'm going to come up to my next word, me. Now in this, I think I want this to, let's see. Let's do a checkerboard. We can test these out, like I said. Nah, that's not really good for that. Maybe blinds. Okay, so let's do blinds. And again, we have these choices. I can do horizontal. I can do vertical. I can play it just to test that out now. I don't want to do on click. Always do after previous with your things, and that's good. 0 seconds. Maybe I want to make this 1 second. Let's test that out. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So there you have that. That's all good. That's all set. Then I'm going to do the and. Now, first I'm going to do, what I want to do is make the and a different color. So I'm going to go back to my home, and I'm going to change that color to red. It didn't change. Why? Because you have to highlight the font. So I'm going to go back up, change that to red. And because I always have a little highlight on my screen at some point with the red. And now I'm going to animate it. So what I want to do with this one is go back. Now I have to go back up and do the animations tab. And I want this to do something a little bit different. So let's do, let's just do an expand like that. So I want that to be very fast, so I'm going to do that very fast. And again, after previous. And I can play it from there to test it out. There you go. And I want to go back up and see how it's all going, so I'm just going to go play it from here. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to click over here to my eye, make that a little closer. What I want that to do is I want to do something a little bit different with that. What if I want to do grow shrink? There we go. And then let's see. I don't want to spin on that. There's so many things you can do. Flash doesn't really do too much with one letter, so let's do that. That's kind of cool. So we're going to do that. We're going to make it after previous, and we're going to just leave it at that. Then I'm going to come down to my little thing here. You know what? I'm going to just float it in. Let's do a float in. Okay, I'm going to do it from up. Then I'm going to make it after previous, okay? And then I'm going to click off of this. Maybe I want it to be like, no delay. Let's make it a 0.5 delay, all right? Then I'm going to click off of it. There you have it. So now I'm going to go back up to the beginning and play from the beginning and see how it looks. Oh, what happened to my learn? Okay. Oh, yeah, didn't do my learn. So what if you forget to do that? Well, that's all right. So I'm going to do the learn, and I'm going to give that a different kind of animation. I'm just going to do random bars. And all right, again, I'm going to do it vertical, and I'm going to do it after previous and very fast and no delay. So let's go back to the top and play. Oh man, but I wanted the learn to happen before the graphics, so that's easy. I'm just going to click on learn and then click on the up arrow and it'll move up one step. The other thing that I didn't like, if you noticed, was the letter I. So it does something cool, but it doesn't just appear like I want it to. So I'm going to add another, I'm going to click off of that. I'm going to add another animation for the eye. I'm going to make it come in first. So I just want it to appear. Let's see, where's my little appear thing? Everything, sometimes I think Microsoft just moves things around to mess you up. I'm going to do appear first. And, oh shoot, it edited the one I already had. So I'm going to just do that, make sure it doesn't dim after previous. Click off of it again. I'm going to put another one on. This time, wow. I'm going to go to the wave, and it should do that. Why is it not doing that? I don't know, maybe it's down here. Yep, there it is. The wave is already there. We're going to click that. So I'm going to go from the beginning and go to play. Okay, that's a little better. All right. I do want to give a delay with this though for the appear one, make it at least a second. So let's try it again. There we go. All right. So there you have it. So now we've got that down pat. So go in and play with it. On the next video, I'm going to show you how to add your music and save it as a movie. So make sure that you save everything when you... Alright, mine's already saved, so when you save it in a place that's, convenient for you. Alright. See you in the next video.